as we welcome in our coach.
Yeah, man.
Coach Patrick.
What's up, fellas?
Coach, what's happening, man?
I'm good, man. I finally get out this portal, man. I've been gone for about 2 months.
That portal is it spacious? Is it, you got your own bathroom in that portal, or how's that treating you so far?
It's big because people are coming and going out of that thing quickly. So, but it's been, you know what, I needed it with all the travel I've done over the last month since the season finished. But yeah, it's a different world we're in right now. But it's glad to be back in SAC, and summer school started here yesterday, so things are going well.
Coach, you've been in at least, I'm gonna guess, 4 states in the last 2 weeks.
4 states and 4 countries.
Oh
man.
So,
man.
Lord.
Goodness gracious.
We've kind of been all over just because the games become global, as we see from, just watching the NBA and where we're at, man. So we've got, I've been to London, Australia. We just had a kid come from Finland here. So we got a good mix of talent, and, you got to go where the talent is,
Are you done, Coach? Are your slots filled?
I'm done. No one else is coming to this office and leaving, and I ain't bringing nobody else in here. We're good to go. But it's this day and age, that you're dealing with these student athletes. They have the ability to leave when they feel that they have better opportunities, and we also have the ability to get what I call free agents when we want a chance to upgrade our roster in terms of talent, and upgrade our roster in terms of personalities we want in our program. So last year was a good year, but we're trying to make steps in the right direction. I think we have through this portal.
With recruiting, like high school recruiting, there's windows, right? Like a season in which there are different seasons in which you can talk to kids and do all of that. But the portal, that joint don't close, does it?
No, but it closes when you can put your name in. So I think May 13th was the last day they could put their name in.
Okay.
Don't quote me on the date. So that shuts down at some point. And so at least you know who's staying on your roster. Now you've got to try to start getting some of those guys out of the portal, and those that are across it early, and those that have connections early, you can kind of find out who's going in there. But it's a never-ending process. Back in the day, season finished and you took some time to maybe go on vacation and take a break. Like, as soon as the season finishes, these kids are going in the portal, or kids are trying to leave. And so, I mean, you know what I'm going through. So it's never ending. I think holidays this time will be in August.
No,
Christmas in July.
I love sports so much because you can't just transfer. Like, they had to create something. You got to put them in a portal. You got to have an actual portal for these kids to transfer through. They got poor coach just crammed up in the portal trying to figure out who's here.
Man, it's portal. Then these kids can all declare for the draft now, so you don't know who's going and coming. Everybody thinks they can play in the NBA until they step on the floor there. So there's so much moving pieces that go into this, and you just got to be abreast of what's going on.
Even though it's pretty chaotic, Coach, I mean, do you kind of like this better than what it was, as far as, like, sitting out a year? And it seems chaotic for sure, but there is a certain level of organization to it, and the rules. And from the outside looking in, they seem to be pretty cut and dry and make sense. Like, do you like this process better than what was going on before?
I don't know if I like it better, but I like the fairness for the student athlete to be able to play right away rather than sit here on their first transfer. I think if you transfer multiple times, then there may need to be something in play there. Otherwise, I don't know if you're teaching stability to young men and women. But I'm okay for them transferring, and sometimes, they don't pick the right spot. Sometimes the coach doesn't pick the right player. It goes both ways. So the ability to go play right away, I think, is important. I think we have to put some guardrails around this whole NIL, and are you moving because you want more money and all the rest of it. That becomes trickier. Even in the league, they got contracts. They can't just leave if they're unhappy with a certain coach. And so I think there's some parameters that need to be put around it. But I'm probably in favor for the players to at least have an opportunity to leave once if he or she feels like they made the wrong decision.
Hey, it reminded me. Did you guys see? I'm not shading nobody, but I'm really not, because I don't know what's going on.
This means he's about to shade somebody.
Did you see the guy who was a freshman when De'Aaron Fox was a freshman is going to another school.
Oh my God. I did see that. I did see that.
I said, wait a minute.
That's
How
wild.
did this happen?
Yeah.
They're still playing?
Yeah.
God, no.
He a super graduate transfer.
I don't know how he pulled this off. Man.
It's like, I'm going to get my second master's, man. Come on, man.
You better check with De'Aaron. De'Aaron's married with a family. Like, De'Aaron's been an all-star. Like,
you're about to be on his third contract.
Check De'Aaron's resume.
Hey, that brother keeping the dream alive,
Keep it
man.
alive.
Hey, getting school paid for. I'm guessing he don't got a lot of that NIL money coming in.
No, he trying to get it.
They really didn't think this NIL thing through. Like, coaches out here stumbling over themselves when they talking about NIL, talking about my pediatrician brother-in-law doesn't make as much money as these kids do. And it's like, whoo. And I say this to you all the time, Coach. NIL still feel like a bad word. Like,
Yeah.
Don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
Now it's open. Now it's open bags being dropped. I guess I don't know what this is. It's different.
Coach is waiting for the day that he coaches someone who make more money than him. Like, wait, I'm sorry. How much did they give you?
No doubt. Oh,
I'm walking to AD's office like, hey, Dior, let's sit down here for a minute.
Coach, it's happening at a bigger level. It's happening, right? And so, it's going to be interesting how that. I still don't know. That's a TBD how that works over the next year or so, or 2 years.
It's not universal, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, there are some schools that just say, like there are schools that have NIL money, and then like there's some that don't, and there's schools that don't have it are at a disadvantage. Like, you can get like the NIL, like Knoxville car wash,
right?
You can do that.
There's NIL money and NIL opportunities.
There's NIL money, and then there's dark NIL money. Like, that's the stuff that gets handed out from, it's not a part of the university, but it's them people you see at every game.
Right.
They ain't slipping up. They ain't slipping up folded $100 bills in your hand on the handshake like you do at the barber anymore. They ain't doing that.
Yeah,
it's a little different. It's a little different. Coach, let's talk about the camp, man. You got your basketball camp coming up beginning next Tuesday. One of 3 sessions getting underway next Tuesday. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we have 3 sessions this summer, and my plan in the summer here is to give back to the community here that support us and support our student athletes, and also give kids and parents an opportunity that haven't even played the game before to come and see what it's like to be here. So we'll have our first camp next week, June 6th through 8th, and that'll be all the way up to 6th grade. So from 1st grade to 6th grade will be able to come in there. Maybe some incoming 7th graders, and some of that is NCAA rules. But we'll have our first camp 6 to 8, 2 sessions then. June 13th to 15th will be our next session, and then June 20th to June 22nd will be our next session. There'll be two times during the day where kids can come out and be around my coaching staff, be around our players, and be coached by some college players and college coaches. And so we want to give back. We had a special today for 40% off for all first responders, in the community, just because they do so much for us. So wanted to give back to them and their children as well. So great opportunity to come see Sacramento State, come see our team, and come on campus and have some fun.
Yeah, this is really cool, man.
I heard you might be able to get to see Kenny Caraway. That probably costs extra, but that's what I heard.
I'm just gonna peek my head in there a little bit. I was frustrated because obviously, I'd be sending Reese over there. Reese ain't even gonna be out of school yet. None of the sessions.
Oh,
it's crazy.
He's gonna be still in school.
I think his last day is June 24th.
Oh man, that's summer school. June 24th.
Yeah, man.
Joy don't play for me, man. He dropped some classes, bro. He's in summer 1.
Now they're on the year-round track, and the track A is the closest to traditional, and they're off all of November and all of March. So
okay, so you get
and then it gets like July, August. I think it goes back like late August or something like that. So it works out for him. But I was like, dang, man. So yeah, I might have to pull him out though. I might have to pull him out of school, man. You gotta go. Let's
be real,
man.
He ain't learning nothing these last 2 weeks, anyways. Come on, man. We know what it is. Like, they watching movies. I was watching they playing tetherball in the middle of the day. Come on, man.
So, man,
out.
I'm taking you out today, man. This week you gotta go see Coach Patrick.
It's life lessons with Coach Patrick.
Please, man. At least you can come see Coach Caraway come coach, man. But yeah, we'd love to have y'all out. Be great.
And you got, you know, a lot of great guys working with you. One thing I wanted to ask you real quick, because I know Coach Lowe will be there. Mike Brown has a situation where his guy Jordy Fernandez is possibly going to Toronto, and we talk about the situation as the head coach and having assistants like that. It sucks because those are your guys, those are your boys, but this is what you want. You want them to be on your staff and move on to their own job. And I just bring that up with Coach Lowe because I saw he got a little recognition last week of being, you know, one of the top 75 influential mid-major coaches. And how is that dynamic, Coach, where that's your guy, like that's your staff, but you know, if I'm doing my job right, if he's doing his job right, he's probably going to move on to another job at some point.
Well, I don't want to speak for Mike, but I know for me, you know, I want guys that want to be head coaches on my staff, you know, and so I think that's important when you're trying to build staff. You want guys that have the ability to move on to bigger levels. I know Mike, he'd be thrilled for Jordy to get the job at Toronto or wherever it may be. And I'm the same. You know, I got Mike Zeppel, my associate head coach, who's ready to be a head coach. You know, with my national team responsibilities, when I step out for a month out the year, at least I know that the program's not going to miss a beat. And so you want guys like Lowe, Coach Zepp, Coach Myers on my staff to be able to do that. But it's easy to have people around you that are yes men or yes women or people that don't want to take your seat, but you want guys, you know, aspiring to be head coaches. So it's fantastic to have because you want guys to be able to develop your men and women on your staff.
Kenny already lobbying for an assistant
well,
job,
you know,
man.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, if the chair's open, you know,
July 1, we can get 2 more assistants now. July 1, we're allowed to get 2 more.
You know, man, just get me in there, man. I look, I'll sit in the second row. I ain't tripping. I'll sit in the second row.
You wearing the right colors, dog, with your hat. You make it.
Coach T. Patrick on Twitter. If you check, if you're not following Coach Patrick yet, go do that. And there's a link in his bio to all of the information you need on the 3 sessions of the basketball camp that again begin next Tuesday.
We got to make sure we talk to Coach before he leaves, man, because you're gonna be gone, man. You're going to Australia, right? You with the Australian national team, right?
Yeah. We got the World Cup this summer in the Philippines, so we'll start training camp in first week of August and head over to Manila and Okinawa to play in the World Cup, which would be great. You know, playing against Jokic and Gobert and Greek Freak, and it'll be a fun experience. Long, but great chance to learn and compete.
Oh, that's good stuff. We coach booking his tickets for Paris yet. We got to get you ready for 2024.
Yeah, we're in there, man. If we just got to finish above New Zealand, so we do that, we'll be okay. We'll be in Paris next year.
That's great stuff, Coach. That's great stuff, Coach. Man, great catching up with you. We appreciate you so much. Let us know if you need anything, man. We'll make sure everybody's out there at that basketball camp beginning next week.
Appreciate you guys so much, man. Keep killing it.
Yes, sir. That's a man, Coach David Patrick, right there, the head coach for the Sac State men's basketball program. We'll